Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper, and here is today's new junk journal. This is a really great children's book called Great Promises, and I thought that was a wonderful title for a junk journal. And it's just this beautiful outdoor image here of the children pointing to the stars and the deer in the water. It's just lovely. It's got a great spine and back. So I just added a dangle down the side with some vintage beads and some ribbon and fabric that matched the cover. So let's take a look inside. I've got the first pages of the original book here, and this one is a 1954 is the publication date on this one. Just a little vintage book page pocket here, and this is fantastic from the 1940 French almanac, Paris, France almanac, and it's just this wonderful image here of the two ladies sitting by the moulin, which is a windmill, and yeah, I just think it's spectacular. And so you can have fun with that, make art out of it, journal on it, anything you like. It's just really special. And this here is the a great little pledge, and this is an American pledge here. And you can see all the great 50s references there. It's fantastic. This is a great 1940s newspaper piece. And then here is a 1953 Wonder Bread Company receipt, which is still around today. 1920s. Look at this wonderful rabbit and robin. And then in here, I've made an antique book page into a journaling envelope. And then we have a vintage recipe page there. This is a fantastic 1930s children's book page, but look at the wonderful bright colors here. These kids blowing bubbles, like the colors. Look at the bubbles. Just beautiful. They spared no expense. And over here I've made a window pane pocket, and this is the spine of a Cranford book here, which the book had fallen apart and I couldn't save the spine, but I wanted this as a bookmark for somebody. So that it's tucked into there. Look at this, is the second. This one is a 1923 copyright here, printed in 1930, but look at the colors on that. It's absolutely fabulous. I love it. And then again, here we've got the blue jay, the cardinal, a bluebird, and a little yellow bird. Might be a grosbeak. And here's another great image from a vintage recipe book. You've got some vintage paper here from a school. Another 1920s page here. Vintage botanical book pages, vintage school book page there, workbook. And there is a wonderful vintage playing card. Things to make and do from the 1930s. And this is a 1924 banknote. Another great early 1900s or even late 1800s Jock Halliday. It's a children's book page here, and this I thought was not antique until I turned it over, and it very much is antique. It is from 1931, on Christmas morning, 1931, and it tells what the writing up here is. I just think that is spectacular. Imagine getting a postcard in the 30s from Japan. Here is a wonderful children's book page from the 30s as well, that wonderful fuzzy cardstock that I'm so in love with. Another storybook page there, and a great plate here. Isn't that lovely? A deep dark picture there. This is a 1953 yearbook page with some 1950s embroidery pages in here. Just a fun little booklet for you to journal on with some original autographs on there. Fun clusters. This is just a great piece of crochet here, and yeah, I love it. It was actually a huge doily, and I just cut it down so it would fit on this page. Isn't that fun? I just think it's wonderful. Great children's book page there. Skating to Market, obviously in Holland there. And this is a spine of a very old vintage book anthology. Another wonderful children's book image here. This pretty little house. 1950s or 40s, one of those. Home economics. Wash dishes from the right to the left. I am doing it all wrong. Who knew? This is from a 1920s art education book, and it's just so pretty. It's got the garlic and the pot here, black and white, and then how to color it. Really cool. Vintage needlepoint and knob and tube there, whatever you call it. What is that called? Oh, knob knitting. And here we go, making for small house feel at home. This is from 1926, June of 1926. Really great front and back. Look at this lovely print here. Oh my gosh, it's so special with the sundial and the couple there. I love it. And that's in my corner pocket. We've got this beautiful embroidery piece down here, and then here as well. I've cut that up with a doily. This is from the 1950s. This one just puts an antique paper on the back to journal on. And, oh, this is a fun children's book page pocket. It's actually a bridge. You can see it on both sides there. And then this is a photo that got torn because the photo album came apart and somebody tore the picture on the back thinking they were saving this side. There's a family swimming in the water. And then on this side, looks like the cottage that they are at. And then I've got some 1930s Monopoly money in there, just for fun. And then over here, I have another one full page here. And this is from 1937 Girls Own Annual. Really fun page there. This is a grackle from a vintage bird book. I've got lots of them in my backyard. Just a fun cluster with antique paper here. Another 1920s page here. You can hear my cat in the background there. She's not happy. I have a little pocket here that I'll slip something into. When somebody purchases one of my journals, they can ask for something special to be slipped in. Just give me some ideas of what you're interested in. Antique paper on the back there. And I'll do my best to look through my collection, see if I can find it. For example, some people ask for dogs, or cats, or fairies, all kinds of things. The state or province that they live in. Vintage recipe book page there of a really funny looking dessert. It's Guess the Jelly. 1973. That's a 51-year-old Emerald Lodge attendance log. A vintage canasta score sheet. And a pretty little pocket here. And another 1920s book page with a lovely poem here. And this is from a newspaper congratulating these nurses on their graduation from the early 70s. So that's going on Etsy now. I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Don't forget to subscribe. Hyperstamper.etsy.com. See you soon.